At tuloy po tayo, isa naman pong panauhin natin mula sa Bacoor, Cavite, isang Katoliko po. Tuloy po kayo, ano po ang inyong katanungan? Nandyan po si kapatid na Eli.
Magandang gabi po, Brother Eli, Brother Daniel. Bali po, ang tanong ko po ay galing po sa misis ko kasi po, ano po, loobin po ng Diyos, next week po, mababautismo na po ako dito po sa tunay na iglesia. Habang po ako nakikinig po ng aral ng Diyos, tinanong niya po sa akin kung nasusulat po ba daw yung aral po sa Katoliko na Seven Sacrament po.
Alam mo kapatid, marami namang imbento sa Katoliko eh. Meron nga diyang imbento sila. Limbo, purgatorio, misa, mga kasama yan sa mga inimbento ng Katoliko eh. Wala namang batayan sa Biblia yung limbo, purgatorio, wala kang mababasa. Wala ka rin mababasa ang rosaryo sa Biblia. Kalokohan yan, inimbento yan. Ngayon, yung sinasabi mong Seven Sacraments, ito yon sa maikling katisismo ni Padre Menihil Obstat, ni Padre, ang may gawa nitong katisismo na ito sa Tagalog ay isang pare. Ang naglagay ng Nihil Obstat si Abriol at may imprimatur ni Hernando Antiporda. Ang gumawa niyan, maikling katisismo, nakalimutan ko yung pangalan ng pare. Ito yon. Ito raw ang mga sakramento ng Iglesia Katolika. Pakibasa mo kapatid na Daniel.
Ang mga sakramento ay 7. Una, ang pagbibinyag. Pangalawa, ang pagkukumpil. Pangatlo, ang pagkukumpisal. Pang-apat, ang pakikinabang. Pang-lima, ang pagpapahid ng Santo Oleo sa may sakit. Pang-anim, ang pagpapare. Pang-pito, ang pagkakasal.
Ayan. Ayoko nang anuhin lahat, Maubos na kasi oras ko pag inisa-isa ko to. 7 ba naman agad ang tanong mo eh. Pinakiyaw mo agad sa 7 tanong. Alam mo kapatid, puntahan ko na lang yung pagpapare. Yung pagpapare ang ugat ng lahat ng katarantaduhan sa Katoliko eh. Yung pagpapari raw, yung priesthood. Bakit ko sinasabing ugat ng katarantaduhan yan sa Katoliko? Wala namang aral si Kristo sa kanyang mga saserdote, sa kanyang mga ministro na huwag mag-aasawa. Wala naman nun eh. Wala sa Biblia yon. Mga apostol nga mismo may asawa eh. 9 ng unang Korinto. Tingnan mo, hindi nag-aasawa. Anong nangyayari? Kung bawal mag-asawa, nangangasawa na lang. Nabubulgar. Kung ano-anong katarantaduhan ang pinagagawa ng mga pare. Huwag kayong magagalit mga kababayang Katoliko. Nasa balita yan. At napatunayan na yan. Nasa Guinness Book of World Record yan. Nagbabayad ang mga pare ng milyon-milyong dolar sa mga nagreklamo na sila ay inasawa ng pare, hinalay ng pare, mga batang lalaki hinahalay ng pare, may mga pedophilia, etc. Basahin ko sandali. Para kayo magalit sa akin. Kung gusto nyo kagalitan, kagalitan nyo ang Guinness Book of World Records. Kapatid na Daniel.
Ito po ang greatest payout for sex abuse. The largest amount of compensation awarded to victims of sexual abuse is $660 million, 342 million pounds. When the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Los Angeles, USA, agreed to pay the amount to 508 people who had suffered from abuse by members of the clergy over a period of 50 years on 15 July 2007.
Ayan, kailangan ko pa ba ipaliwanag yan? Kailangan pa ba dyan na isa-isahin ko yan? Na 508 tao doon lang sa Archdiocese of Los Angeles, California. Sa Los Angeles lang, hindi kasama dyan ng Washington, hindi kasama dyan ng ang buong Amerika. Pero nagka-record na sa Guinness Book of World Records, napakataas na binayad dahil sa pang-aabuso sexual ng mga paring Katoliko. Inaamin niya ng Papa. Kaya yung pagpapari na yan, sasabihin mo sakramento. Hindi sakramento yan. Demonyento yan eh. Pandemonyo yan eh. Bawal mag-asawa. Di naman bawal mag-asawa sa Biblia. Niluloko niyo ang mga tao. Miski nga mga apostol, nag-asawa rin eh. Mag-asawa ka na kesa sa nang re-rape ka ng bata. Katarantaduhan yan. Basahin natin sa unang Korinto 9, versikulo 5, nagsasalita si Apostol Pablo.
Wala baga kaming matuwid na magsipagsama ng isang asawa na sumasampalataya gaya ng iba't ibang mga apostol at ng mga kapatid ng Panginoon at ni Cephas?
Yung mga kapatid ni Kristo, nag-asawa eh. Oh, mga ano yan, mga alagad ni Kristo. Si Cephas, si Pedro, apostol yun, may asawa eh. At iba't ibang apostol, sabi ni Pablo, may asawa. Eh, para gustong palitawin ng Iglesia Katolika, lahat ng apostol binata. Hindi. Hindi. Si Cephas nga, may biyanan eh. Biyanan ni Pedro, pinagaling pa nga ni Kristo eh. O di may asawa si Pedro, 8:14 ng Mateo.
At nang pumasok si Jesus sa bahay ni Pedro, ay nakita niya ang biyanang babae nito na nararatay dahil sa lagnat. At hinipo ang kaniyang kamay at inibsan siya ng lagnat. At siya'y nagbangon at naglingkod sa kanya.
Kita mo, may biyenan si Pedro eh. Biyenang babae. Pinagaling niya. Pinagaling ng Panginoong Jesus. May asawa si Pedro at may asawa rin yung iba't ibang apostol. Nakasulat sa Biblia yun eh. May asawa sila eh. Hindi naman lahat, pero merong mga apostol na may asawa. Ibig sabihin, hindi bawal mag-asawa. Aba, ang pare, bawal mag-asawa. Pero hindi naman binabawal mga asawa, mang-rape, manghipo, mang-abuso ng bata. Ito sabi ng Papa sa Roma ngayon. Hindi paninira ito ha. Ito nasa Biblia. Itong mga binabasa ko. At nasa istorya. Inaamin ng Papa sa Roma. Talagang may mga pare ng re-rape. Hindi na kasi nila maitatago eh. Napakarami eh. Meron sa Australia. Cardinal pa nga eh. Meron dun sa ganon. Meron sa ganon eh. Marami sa buong mundo. Ito po ang balita ng BBC.com. Kapatid na Daniel.
Pope admits clerical abuse of nuns, including sexual slavery, February 6, 2019. Pope Francis has admitted that clerics have sexually abused nuns, and in one case, they were kept as sex slaves. He said in that case, his predecessor, Pope Benedict, was forced to shut down an entire congregation of nuns who were being abused by priests. It is thought to be the first time that Pope Francis has acknowledged the sexual abuse of nuns by the clergy. He said the church was attempting to address the problem, but said it was still going on.
Kita nyo, going on yan. Biro mo, isang grupo ng isang monasteryo ng mga madre, pinasara ni Papa Benedicto XVI dahil nga ginagawang slaves ng mga pare, sexy slaves, yung mga madre. Ito ba nagdidumilat na katotohanan? Ayaw nyo pantanggapin na yung kaparian, kagaguhan yan. Paano sasabihin sakramento yan? Eh kasi hindi naman talaga aral ni Kristo yung bawal mag-asawa ang tao eh. Hindi aral ni Kristo yan. Kung talagang kailangang mag-asawa ang tao, hindi makapigil, sabi ni Pablo, mabuti ang mag-asawa kaysa magninga sampita, 7:9 ng unang Korinto.
Ngunit kung sila'y hindi makapagpigil, ay magsipag-asawa, sapagkat magaling ang mag-asawa kaysa mangagningas ang pita.
Ayan, magaling ang mag-asawa kaysa magninga sampita. Yan ang sinasabi sa Biblia. Kaya mga apostol, pag hindi makapagpigil, nag-asawa. Mga ibang apostol, nag-asawa. Kaya yan pong pagpapari sinasabi. Biro mo kung may awa itong mga ito, pati ba naman yung ano ba yung pipi at bingi, inaabuso. Basahin natin ito.
Bad nun, accused of helping priests sexually abuse deaf children in Argentina. The students in the school for deaf children would call her the bad nun, the woman who was supposed to take care of them, but who they say would send them into rooms to be sexually abused by priests. Others said she committed abuse herself and would force them to watch pornography on television. And in a particularly abhorrent case, after a 5-year-old girl was sexually assaulted by a priest, the Roman Catholic nun allegedly forced her to wear a diaper in class to conceal the bleeding, according to Argentine news reports. Because the other children at the school were deaf, only the victims' abusers would have heard their cries. The nun, named Kosaka Kumiko, was arrested and charged Friday on suspicion of helping priests sexually abuse children at the Antonio Provolo Institute, a school for the hearing impaired in the Mendoza province of Argentina. Authorities said she was also charged with physically abusing the students. Kumiko's arrest stems from a sex abuse scandal that has roiled the Catholic Church from Argentina to Rome and has resulted in Vatican probes and the arrest of 2 priests and 3 other men. At least 24 students of the Provolo Institute in Argentina have come forward seeking justice for the abuse they say they suffered years ago at the hands of the Reverend Nicola Corradi, 82, the Reverend Horacio Corbaccio, 55, and 3 other men. The 5 were arrested in late November by police who raided the school in Luján de Cuyo, a city about 620 miles northwest of Buenos Aires, after they found magazines featuring naked women and about $34,000 in Corradi's room, the Associated Press reported. Kumiko arrived Thursday in Mendoza for a nearly 9-hour hearing before a judge after a month of being a fugitive, according to La Nacion. She is believed to have been hidden in northeast Argentina or in a bordering country and turned herself into authorities in Buenos Aires last week. Wearing her habit and a bulletproof vest in the courtroom, she denied all the accusations, telling the judge, "I knew nothing of the abuses. I watch over the children. I'm innocent," Kumiko said. "I did not know about the abuses. I'm a good person that has given my life to God." Authorities began investigating Kumiko's role in the scandal when a 17-year-old girl came forward to allege the nun had placed a dressing or diaper over her bleeding when she was 5 years old, preventing her from sitting in the classroom. Other victims came forward accusing Kumiko of actively participating in the abuse while she lived in the Provolo Institute from 2004 to 2012, authorities said, according to the Associated Press. Kumiko's role was to take care of hearing-impaired children who lived far from Greater Mendoza and had to board at the school. Instead, she targeted the most vulnerable children and covered up abuse by her superiors, prosecutors allege, according to Argentine news outlet Clarín. Victims and prosecutors say the priests are accused of raping, sexually abusing, and fondling the students in bathrooms, dorms, a garden, and a basement at the school. The school has a little chapel with an image of the Virgin and some chairs where the kids would get confession and receive the communion. That's where some of the acts were happening. Former lead prosecutor Fabrizio Sidotti told the Associated Press. One of the alleged victims told the Associated Press she witnessed how a girl was raped by one priest while the other one forced her to give him oral sex. They always said it was a game. Let's go play. Let's go play. And they would take us to the girls' bathroom, said one of the women who claims that she was abused at the school in Argentina. Dozens of students in the Provolo Institute school in Italy were similarly abused for decades. Some victims accuse Corradi, the same priest now being charged in Argentina, according to the Associated Press. In 2009, students in the Italian school went public with horrifying tales of their abuse. The Vatican ordered an investigation and sanctioned 4 accused priests, but not Corradi. After the students again named Corradi as an abuser living in Pope Francis's native Argentina in a 2014 letter to the Pope and a bishop in Verona, Italy, the Vatican still took no action. But this year, a Vatican official said Pope Francis wanted to assure the victims that the church was taking measures to protect children and prevent sexual abuse. A Vatican investigative commission recently visited Mendoza to learn more about the case against the priests. The accused priests are being held at a jail in Mendoza and have not spoken publicly since the arrest. If found guilty, they could face 10 to 50 years in prison. Lawyers called Kumiko the demon with the face of a woman behind the abuse, Prensa Libre reported. Kumiko was born in Japan and arrived in Argentina with her family in 1977. Her parents later died and Kumiko became a nun in the year 2000. After serving at the Provolo Institute, she was based in different religious schools in the province of Buenos Aires. In court, Kumiko said the allegations are a strategy of the victim's family to get money. She said the wave of accusations against priests and nuns is nothing more than a campaign of discrediting the church intended to defile an entire religious order.
A lie. It's not true. It is not a campaign to discredit a church. Why will you discredit a church who do not have credit anymore? It doesn't go with the logic. It is proven in courts, proven in Australia, proven in the United States of America. That's why you are paying the victims. Can you hide this? That the priesthood in the Catholic Church is nonsense. It is an evil institution, forcing people to do away with the lust of the flesh, the way the Catholic Church designed it, and it results to abuses. The Bible tells us the truth. 7:9 of the book of 1 Corinthians, kung hindi makapigil mag-asawa, cannot contain themselves. They cannot contain, let them marry. For it is better to marry than to burn. Now, the Catholic clergy is burning, not in hell. But they desire And it even reached one of the most prestigious magazines or books on earth, the Guinness Book of World Records. Would you dare to challenge the Guinness Book of World Record, Catholic priest? Tell me that your priesthood is a sacrament. I disagree. Because anything contrary, anumang bagay na kontra sa aral ni Kristo, hindi pwedeng sabihin sakramento. Nasusulat ba sa Biblia yan? Mali nga eh. Paano nasusulat? Magpapari ka, sakramento. Papari ka, di ka mag-aasawa, pero manghihipo ka na lang. O aasawahin mo na lang yung mga madre. Huwag naman kayong mga, tigil nyo na yung galit na galit kayo sa akin. Masama raw akong bunganga ako. Eh, masama ang ginagawa nyo eh. Kaya masama bunganga ako eh. Sabi nyo. Pero totoo sinasabi ko. May batayan sa Biblia, may batayan sa kasaysayan, may batayan sa husgado, no? Hindi nga pwede akong idemanda rito eh. Pwede nyo ako idemanda? Naninira ako sa Katoliko? Hindi. Sinasabi ko lang yung tanong ng kapatid na yan ba ay sakramento? Totoo ba yan? Wala sa Biblia yan, sakramento nyo na yan. Binyag, sakramento? Paano sakramento? May bayad. Ang tunay na binyag, walang bayad. Sabi ni Pablo, pinangaral ko ang ebanghelyo, walang bayad. Eh kayo, sakramento, may bayad. Binyag may bayad, kasal may bayad. Paano naging sakramento yung binabayaran? Mali, eto prueba, oh. O, tingnan nyo. Basahin natin, kapatid na Daniel.
Ito po, the Roman Catholic Archbishop of Manila, St. Joseph Parish, 2671 Juan Luna Street, Gagalangin, Tondo, Manila. Baptism, 400. Confirmation, 240. Donation, 50. Total, 690.
O, itanggi nyo to. Demanda nyo. Demanda nyo yung nagbigay sa akin ito. Eh, nagpabinyag, nagpakumpil, tapos hiningin pa ng donasyon na 50. Naka 690. O, eto. Yan mga yon, matatawag nyo sakramento. Ang sakramento, something sacred, hindi binabayaran yan. Walang bayad yan. No? Mga bagay na binigay sa ating walang bayad ng Diyos. Yun ang sabi ng Biblia. Walang bayad. Tapos kayo naman, sakramento, may bayad. Sabi ni Pablo, sa 2:12 ng ikalawang Korinto.
Ngunit ating tinanggap, hindi ang espiritu ng sanglibutan, kundi ang espiritu mula sa Diyos, upang ating mapagkilala ang mga bagay na sa atin ay ibinigay na walang bayad ng Diyos.
Maraming mga bagay na binigay ang Diyos. Gifts ang tawag doon, galing sa taas. No? Pero walang bayad yon. Eh, ang sakramento nyo, halos lahat binabayaran eh. Magpamisa ka, magbabayad ka. No? Magpakumpil ka, magbabayad ka. Paano mo sasabihin sakramento? Kapatid na Noel, wag kang magagalit ha. Tinanong mo kasi ako eh. Baka pati iba, kagalitan ako tuloy dahil sa tanong mo.
Ay, hindi.
Pero katoliko rin siya eh. Galit ka ba, kapatid na Noel?
Hindi po, loobin po, next week po, mababautismo na po ako dito po, sa tunay na iglesia.
Samahan ka nawa ng Panginoon, kapatid. Sabihin mo sa asawa mo, pag Biblia pag-uusapan, walang sakramentong binabayaran. Eh, yung sakramento nyo, tigib ng bayad. Negosyo yan eh. Mas maganda rin tawaging 7 negosyo ng Catholic Church. Hindi sakramento. May bayad kasi. Salamat kapatid. Meron pa akong konti. Tingnan ko pa kung may masasagot pa tayo.
Salamat po sa Diyos, Brother Eli.
Salamat po, salamat kapatid.